You know, when a man's beautiful, awesome, cool shack with a fucking oven gets fucking burnt with 50-foot fucking flames in the air killing the trees, 50 feet in the fucking air, he has two choices. Clean up all the debris, like all this wood and all this bullshit, and make it nice. And that's what I am doing. So we're cleaning up all the bullshit. We'll keep some firewood over there that we're gonna stack neatly right now, I think. Just stack it neatly. This could be very important come winter time when there aren't a whole lot. And always stack your firewood in the sunlight, not the afternoon sunlight, the fucking morning sunlight, because that's when it's at its best, and that's when it'll get on your shit the longest. And then you'll probably get afternoon heat anyway, because it's going to be afternoon, to dry it out further. So here are our remnants of giant logs that we're not going to just waste. And we are going to use come winter time. You know? I don't like that thing. So there you go, you got a pack of that. We will get kindling and small twigs next to it to start the fire. We still got our fucking oven. And I made rock patios. Tell me that don't look nice. Right in front of the fireplace. I'm thinking about putting a 4x4 right here in the corner. Maybe one there. Like move those apart. And one there. 1, 2, 3. 4 at the end of this thing. 5 here. Or maybe not even 5 there. At the end of this thing and at the end of the carpet. And then have it slant in and have them completely cover this. Walls can be determined on later. But first you have to put the support and you have to put the motherfucking roof on it before you go and doing walls. I swear the last fucking tent or fucking fort I had here was amazing. I had an area in my fort where I could press a button or bang on this thing and my shotgun would pop out and I could grab it. It was so fucking awesome. This irrigation canal keeps all the water off of this. Even though we're by a river, you would think, hey, wouldn't the groundwater just go down and trickle into that river? It's not the case. There will be standing water all where I'm standing unless you build a channel and divert it into some kind of, where I like to keep water in there. That way, if I ever want to put my fire out, I can just get the water from right there where I dammed it. But the point of this place, and the reason I made it halfway nice, is because I want people, when they come back here, to think they found it. When in reality, they did not find it. Because I am building a better one and a more low-key one that's going to be airtight, watertight, and you can fish right where you sit with a beautiful shore and all that shit, and nobody else is going to know about it. You know what I mean? Too many people know about this it's not cool anymore. So there's too many beer cans. There's too much traffic. There's too much randomness, okay? What you want to do is you want to have a spot. In my spot, we'll be able to know what's going on over here when I'm chilling there. And I could even eavesdrop on the people that are over here. Because I'm going to be down the river quite a way. And I'll be able to sneak up on them if I want to see what type of dumb shit they're doing to my spot. The thing that really made me want to move my forest jungle camp was when they cut all the trees down there. I wanted it to have a lot of trees. Because water reclamation comes by here in boats and they check to make sure nobody's living out here. And when you've got a fucking fort and a fucking porch and a wide open area out of nowhere, they're gonna notice that. And they cut down so much trees. Not only that, they left the trees just sitting in the middle of nowhere. So I drug a lot of them into the river with some chain link fence so that the fish can use that as a spawning ground, and I throw fish and chicken in there and shit like that. Trying to attract some crawdads, some catfish, maybe a bass, maybe some bluegills, who knows? Some stripers, who knows? 10 years ago, they said there was no microbial life in this place. The saddest thing about this whole situation of it burning down is all behind here was ivy and vines, and they were starting to make it all the way to the top of the fortress, pavilion, fort, whatever you want to call it. And it was starting to blend in with scenery to where you could barely see it because there was so much greenery. And we never got to see that come to fruition because it burnt down. And it was cool. There was ivy everywhere. And this fire is not really. I think a lot of this wood is still real wet. Let's see what we can do. Try to get it on top of each other. Woo! Good old smoke in the eyes. Never killed nobody. Try and get as much of this burned as I can. Right quick. This must be my 7th or 8th burn off of just shit that needed to be burned back here. That was just, garbage and shit. I mean, there's not much left to it. I'll grab a couple more sticks from our pile over here. Medium length. That one's that medium length. I guess I could break this one in half. That's not gonna break. Maybe this one will help. I don't know. I guess I should just find a bunch of little twigs, right? Go over here where all the twigs are dead. Because they burnt to shit. Let's see what else can we grab. Can we grab here? Sometimes there's a pain in the ass. Grab 3 sticks. We'll break them up and we'll put them on the other side. You know, hopefully this will help. I just want to get this bitch going before I walk over to the new spot. That looks like it's gonna go just fine. Alright, so there's a way down here. If you go down there to the left and there's chairs. But there's a way over here. And this is where I'm gonna build my new, what it's basically gonna be is a platform off the ground made with 2 pieces of plywood walls, and it's just gonna be basically a small fucking like see, I brought this back here. I was gonna start the other day. So basically, it's a further walk to bring materials back here. So we're gonna have to be strategic in how we build this, and we're gonna have to build the perfect site. We can't just wing it like we did with that last one and get lucky. Because believe me, we got very lucky that turning out as awesome as it did. This one is also going to be a nice little oven fireplace as well. With a little airflow, a little choke. Made with giant rocks. You'll see. We just got to find it. So I'm far away from now, and there's noise pollution over here from roads, so people won't be able to hear me, but I know the lay of the land. I know all the deer trails. I know how to see you before you see me, trust me. Unless you got lucky. And then even so, you better sneak up on me real motherfucking slow. So there's my army backpack. I've already studied this area out here. So this, I think, This, I think, is our fireplace, okay? This right here is going to be our fireplace. We don't want it too close to the water. There's a lot of area that I cut down all the miscellaneous branches. And now it's just a matter of time of putting down the rocks. You know? This is going to be our fireplace. And these are irreplaceable for cutting down shit. This rock, not quite sure what I'm going to do with it, but I'm going to put it out here for now. Matter of fact, honestly, I'd rather have the whole fucking ground covered in fucking rocks. You know, like how I did that porch over there made out of rocks. And then the more you step on them, the more they turn into pebbles and shit like that. Okay? So here you go. Here's your fireplace. Boom, fireplace. The rocks will keep it hot. If you want, you could wrap a warm rock in a fucking t-shirt at night. Keep you nice and warm. This can be a chair for somebody who wants to sit here. There's another chair. Actually, we got two chairs. One chair, two chair. You know what I mean? And the more I fuck with it, the better it gets. I'd really love to push that gigantic rock in the water. You see that one right there? Because then a couple more might follow suit. I want a couple of these rocks. I want a couple of these rocks